So the requirement is I'm going to get the product. And some of you have done the assignment yesterday, which I gave you. So similar to that, I'm going to get some product information. Okay. Product information. Now what I want, based on this product information, the product information will have all the product ID, multiple product IDs I will be having. So now I want the product details. Okay. I want product details. So how can I get the product details? For getting the product details, I'm having one endpoint. So the OData endpoint, I think which Rahul was using, we will be using the same or there is a different endpoint. I think it's a different endpoint. Okay, good. So we will be having one more test API server, which is available free for us. You can explore it. Okay. So now make sure you are going to use this payload. If you are going to use the other payload, it might give you error because of the data issue. Okay. So this endpoint we are going to hit. In this endpoint, we are having various entities. Okay. So one of the entity is product. So this product API, this entity, this product entity is the OData API, OData endpoint, and this OData API will fetch us some product information. And what I want all the product IDs which I am passing. I want the details about those product information. Okay. So this is the payload we are having. We have to call this API one by one. That is how the requirement. Okay. Do not counter me. Why can't we run everything in a single go? So that we can understand the concept around splitter. That is the reason. So we want to process individual records every time we are going to call this API. So let's say if product ID 0 is coming. So this product ID 0 is going to hit this product API. Okay. When same way, when product ID 1 is going to come, it is again going to hit. And 2 is coming, it is going to hit like that. Now, after hitting this, what we will do, I want to implement a mapping. Okay, message mapping. And just now we have done the mapping. So the same mapping we are going to import it. Okay, so that is the reason we have used the same structure. So same mapping we are going to import it. And inside mapping, we are already having the value mapping as well. So that will also cover. So post mapping. So after every product identification, I'm going to run the mapping, and post mapping, I need to collect everything. For collecting, how can we collect? Yesterday we discussed one shape. I know we did not discuss in detail, but any idea?
Gather.
Yes. So gather. Okay, so we will be gathering it. So after gathering, what we will do? After gathering, we will convert this XML to CSV. So since we have understood the converter shape, so we will convert that XML to CSV. That's it. Submit. Now, as a first step, I will just keep one dummy payload for you so that you can test it later. Payload. This payload. Now I will connect it to a HTTP adapter. It needs CSRF, P50, and okay, with this as an endpoint name, and then very first thing, splitter. Nothing new here. We are already aware of this splitter shape. What is the XPath we have to use? The XPath would be
Products.
plus products plus product. Yes, good. So this is what I can use it. This is what I'm going to use it as an export and then so if you want to, during development as well, if you want to just check whether everything is working or not, you can just do a quick simulation as well. Okay. Rather than deploying, sorry, rather than deploying like that. And we can also do a quick simulation here as well, whether our syntaxes are working or not. So there are multiple envelopes are coming. We are able to see. Now what I need product 4 and it is coming. When product 3 is coming, product 2 is coming, I need to store it in a content modifier. So we will just add a content modifier in a property basically. So we'll create one property as TID. And now we will take from XPath. Okay, from XPath. Now what is the XPath we would be having? XPath would be
Java launch.
No, that's a data type. XPath will be I need to hold the product ID, right? So until
Yes.
here, this is what I will be having the XPath. And then we have to give a data type. So J will be small, Java dot and dot S will be capital. Most of the time you will have a typo. You will keep S as small. Okay, so make sure if you are having error, just re-verify whether S is small or not. I'm telling you based on my experience. That is how I used to commit mistake. So you can identify. So now if I just end here now, simulation. So again, I will be seeing multiple envelopes over here. And every product ID, the property which we have created, will keep on changing, right? Product ID 4, and then 3, and 2, like that. We are seeing. So now this is what we have to pass it in the receiver. This. So for calling an external call, we have to call an OData API now. So for that, what you have to do, we have to call an external call. So this arrow, both bidirectional. We'll select this. Under external calls, we'll select a request reply because we are expecting a response back. And this shape was discussed during the demo. So now we'll just connect this request reply. Integration flow is coming in the Sunday mode. On. It's caching issue sometimes. Oh. Okay, just notice here. So something was being saved in the backend. Okay, so now when I again edited it, it actually when I opened it, refreshes basically everything whatever we developed was not available. So when you click on edit, you will see an option of recover. So if I click on recover, whatever we design, hopefully we should be able to get it. Yes. So this is how you have to do it. And then I will select a request reply. And let's see where select. See, but now I need to take data. And the version is V2. How will you come to know whether it's a version V2 or V4? That will be available in the endpoint. Okay, the endpoint which you are going to get, that will have that version. And moreover, your partner will also, you can get that information from your partner as well. But generally in the OData endpoint, we will get the versioning. Endpoint This is the endpoint we are going to hit. Okay, so this is another endpoint which we are going to use it. The one which Rahul has used, that also you can use it for some of your demos. So this is again a free auditor service. So we'll just select it. We do not need any authentication or authorization to get into the details. For this, its connection is remote step, then automatically will come to the next screen. And here we are having list of entity. So here only limited set of entities are available. Okay. So we will select the products one. Now in the products, then you are going to select. So let's select all these fields. Okay, I'm selecting all these fields. Now here I'm having a generate XML schema definition. So when we were doing the development, that time we created in the message mapping one, we generated the XSD from online tool because we were expecting that we are not having the XSD and we are having only the XML structure, and based on that we have generated. But when you are going to work with audit adapter, in audit adapter, you can get the XML generated generation option over here. Okay, so I can generate an XSD. Okay, so it will just give some naming convention like products entity get. Okay, it will give this naming convention. You can change it as well. Though we are not going to use it, but still I am selecting it so that we can see what will happen post this. So I'm just going to click on next. Now here I need to filter based on the ID. ID equal to, what is my ID? This is, and what was the property we created, that we have to pass it here. Dollar property dot and dot ID. We will just verify it once again, otherwise it will fail. Okay, so you have to give the name here, the camel expression, and then finish it. So this you will find over here. So let me go back and first check for the property name dot ID. You come here. Okay, until here we are sorted. Now you cannot do a simulation because it is an external call. You cannot do a simulation. So you have to only run end to end. Now I will go back to my save it. I will go to our mapping which we have created. And here we have made some changes to this target structure. Okay. No problem. We cover flow as well a little bit. What I will do, I will this ID as well so that it will not break anything. 01. Okay, so now I will come here and I will download this mapping. Under references, I will download this mapping. So this mapping is downloaded. Before importing this mapping, I will come to this references. So what I mentioned you, the moment you save that, generate the XSD, you will also get XSD downloaded in your local as well. So we can also use the same XSD as well. Okay, but since we are going to import the mapping, that will anyways will have our XSD, and both the XSDs will be having same structure because when we were doing the demo, I consider the same structure. So the same mapping we can use it. Otherwise, it will fail. Apart from this, you will see one more file, EDMX. So this is a entity data model XML file. which is referring your OData. Okay, so this will also be imported for you by default. So now I'm going to import the mapping now, the mapping which we created in the previous demo. So this is the mapping V50. The moment you import the mapping, your XSDs will also be imported. Okay, the source 50 and the target, whatever, that is also imported, the second one and fourth one. Now we will add a message mapping over here. Now in the message mapping, we will select this time. So what we have done previously, we have clicked on this plus icon to create it. So now we are already having a mapping available for us. So we will select this mapping. Okay. Now this mapping is available for us. Let's save it. Just deploy this. Before implementing rest all the things, here I want monitoring screen, manage integration content, and so it's 15, 50, get. And so that's the endpoint. Refresh. But most likely the endpoint will be. We can also change after HTTP. After HTTP, we can replace this string. Okay, the starting section will be common. We'll come to this body. This is the payload which I want to shift. So the system once again check whether it is generated or not. Okay, I'm just copying it. And I will go to the Postman. This is the endpoint. And before pushing it, I want to run it in the trace mode. This mode, we go to the monitoring. Now we will send it. And error will come. Okay, so now push it. Functionality points at the trace. Just before the mapping. This is what we are going to get. Okay, close this and okay, super. So now we will see one interesting thing actually. So I'm just starting from the gender splitter. Just focus here. Okay, I'm again selecting HTTPS. So from here, when my flow is running on the starting, when the control is coming here, when it is coming to the splitter, what we are doing in the splitter, we are splitting it. So when you click on this splitter, gender splitter, you will just notice here 6 by 6. Yes, these are the indexes actually. Okay, and click here like this. So if there are multiple records, you will see these indexes. So if any issue comes at index 4, then this is how you have to navigate to that particular section. Okay, now under the splitter, so what is happening? So it is a 6 by 6. First content modifier. After this content modifier, what I am having in this content modifier? In content modifier, we created the product ID. We have created a property as product ID. So here the value is 0. So if you see here in the content modifier, if you click here also you will see the index 5 by 5. Okay, so it is running in a loop actually. If you see here, so after this it has called the OData API, then it has called the message mapping. Okay, so if you come here, this is the payload which we are receiving from the product API. After this, after the message mapping, this is what we are going to get it. for the product ID 0. Okay. Now it has hit and and again it has moved to the second record 4 by 6. So actually, whenever there is a splitter, what will happen? It will be running in a loop. So now we have to, since we have to gather all the output. So what we will doing? We will be adding a gather. So we will use a gather here. Okay. So now what this gather will help us to do? This gather will help us to collect all the output. So here now, what I'm expecting all the XML which I'm receiving from the source. So all of these XML structures, if you see here, the payload, this targets, and then if I move to the fourth one, again it is targets. So my XML is in the same format. Okay, so it's in the same format. And what I have to do, I do not have to combine it. I have to combine it XPath. Okay, I need to combine it XPath. What would be my XPath? I will just copy this. To it. So I need to combine at this XPath. Okay, so my XPath would be slash target slash final. So at this XPath, I want to combine. Do not focus on other options. Okay, whatever I'm mentioning you right now, just focus here. Try only this. Do not focus on other options. When we connect next week, I will give you more clarity around this. Okay, I could have run this with combine as well. It would have given me the output, but the output which I am expecting, that will not sufficing my purpose, the shape which I am going to use next. Okay, that will fail. Because of that, I am using combine at XPath because I know all my XML structures are same. So I can combine at XPath. And what will be my XPath? This is my XPath. And how I identified that this is going to be my XPath? This payload I have taken from the trace. Okay, this payload I have taken from the trace. So but if you are comfortable with the tracing, it's very easier for you to understand. It's very easier for you to understand. So now, after message mapping, we are going to put this gather. Now what will happen? Yesterday we discussed whenever there is a gather will keep on collecting the message. And there is a property, completion status, right? We discussed that there is a property split completion status. That is true or false, like that. Completion status, camel split completion status is true here. But if you go to the previous one, here you will find completion status is false. Okay, so this property will be identified within gather to check whether all the splitting is completed or not. So now post this gather, if I just run it, stick by this. It. Okay. Now here what we have got, just no need to focus here what the response we are getting here actually. Okay, it is because of that, because we are not having that gather. That is the reason the response is coming different. But now if I run it once again, now you will see that entire output. I'll just do a well formatting. Control C from here, and I will add here. This is the entire output after gather. Okay, this is the entire output we are going to get after gather. So if we just check in the simulation as well, just now we have triggered. If I come back and if I refresh it, yes, this is the latest message. Now, if I come here, yeah, now you will come is gather. There is and is only available at the last. But in the previous case, and was coming after every message monitoring. So now, once the splitting is complete, gather will come to know that splitting is complete. So now then it will move the control to the next shape. Okay. So now if I come and see in the tracing, you will find that this is what we are getting. So now if I am getting this payload, I need to convert this XML to CSV. What I have to do? What would be the X path here? What would be the X path here? People there.
Targets final.
I think Jack, only you are there. I think everyone has gone, started celebrating this Sunday.
Yeah, no, Krishna. Yeah, I'm telling.
I will also do. I will celebrate post this session. Okay, I'm just making the environment lighter. Then I will convert XML to CSV. XML to CSV. Okay. We'll just put this. This 6 months. Slash targets slash final. Yes. Is this? Save it. And deploy. And since we are having the payloads here as well, right? We are having the payloads here as well. So we can also check this payload by simulating here. So I know that this is the payload which I'm going to check whether we are able to convert it or not. So we can also do a simulation from here as well, because we are not doing any external call. So if you're having the payload at every section, it will be very easier for you to. Okay. So I am just straight away. I've taken the payload from here and I will just simulate it. Now, so see the output. It is giving me also the records now. Okay, so same way, it will also, okay, we have also deployed it. If we run it now, my postman, send it, then we should be able to see all the records. Now, question. I have got the output like this. This is what I am getting the output. If I need the headers, I know that there was a checkbox there where I can get the output.
Otherwise, you can add the content modifier and then add the header. The first line.
Yes, yes, yes. That is what I was about to ask. You have given me the answer. Otherwise, you have to add the content modifier and you have to make changes to the header. Now, to see the response, we are having the header as well. If I do not need this header, I need like creation date like this. Datings discontinue that date like that. So if I have to do that, then I need to add a content modifier after this. Which I think Jack has just mentioned that that's the solution. So what you have to do, you come to this content converter, uncheck none. I will add content modifier to this. Description is setting header. We'll come to this body. We'll add this, and after this, it is dollar body and expression. And make sure you are not selecting constant. Otherwise, what will happen? this is what is going to return. Sometimes during hurry, we try to consider it as an expression. Save it and deploy. So with this, we are done with the demo.